I was in a motorcycle accident in December 2009. I was going through a roundabout on my motorbike and was T-boned by a ute. He bulldozed me into the guardrail, which left me as a T4 paraplegic, which means I'm paralysed from my chest down now. I don't have any trunk muscles or anything like that. I've lost mobility and any use of limbs from there down. I was in rehab for 6 months in total. Although I came home with a few skills from rehab, it was probably not the best experience that I had. I learnt a few things, but the majority I taught myself. I didn't really get given much time. My mum and I pretty much went out and just taught each other, you know, how to go about everything, how to learn things in our own time and what was comfortable for us. I remember back in hospital, my mum used to ask me every single day for about 3 months, would you like to go shopping? Would you like to go to the shop? We'll go out to a cafe. And I think every single day for about 2 or 3 months I said no. I was just worried about what people would think of me. All I could think of is that person's looking at me and wondering why I'm sitting down, and you know, it's really sad to see people look at you and wonder what's wrong with them. And it doesn't stop staring. People stare and will stare for as long as they see you in the street. It doesn't end. I think it just takes a while to work up the courage and your self-esteem to a point where it doesn't matter. My mum has been my greatest support throughout the whole thing, really. We hit a point after 2 years where we naturally decided it's time for mum to move and for me to live on my own. Since then, I've met my boyfriend and we've travelled Europe together for a month. We've gone away for New Year's Eve over to America. I've also started working again, which is awesome, and I get to work at a beautiful place every day. And also I started riding a motorbike again, which is a trike that's completely modified for me, all hand controls, and carries my wheelchair on the side. I think what was missing in rehabilitation is harnessing each individual and what they love and just making them go for whatever it is they do or did before. I started drawing again, which is what I did all the time before my accident, and stopped in rehabilitation because I found that it was more focused on just getting people out of the game and home. I'm just glad that I get to be who I am and I have the support that I do to be who I am, which is what Sargood will provide. Sargood will have all those community benefits and all the places to wheel around and things like that, the freedom to be who you want to be, or the freedom to be who you were before, instead of just becoming another person in a wheelchair. Sargood would have changed my rehabilitation experience in a huge way. Apart from the location alone, on the beach, all the community coming around, it's just, I've had great experiences with each person that I've met up here in Collaroy, and that alone compared to where I spent my rehabilitation is completely different. Everybody looked at me like I was weird, everyone knew I was from the hospital, whereas up here I feel like I'm way more accepted here. People are open to what disabled people are and people in chairs have to offer. I think Sargood and their whole of life approach will help anybody gain independence and get back into society and feel like the so-called normal again. Your donation to Sargood will help somebody that doesn't have the support they need to become an individual and be who they want to be. Your donation will also help support someone's stay in an independence centre where they can learn the skills that they need to be out in the world on their own, to be independent and to be who they are.